Oh, I didn't see you there.
Oh.
I was too busy looks maxing. My daily mewing streak is absolutely unparalleled. You see, here at the Sunny Side Up podcast, mewing is the number one pastime for me specifically. You see, we're rebranding now. We're actually a looks maxing podcast now.
Whoa.
So with that being said, welcome to the Sunny Side Up podcast. As always, I am the master of mewing. The leader,
mom, if you will, MOM, master
yeah,
of mewing.
Yeah, the legion of looks maxing, Alliico Live. And I'm always, of course, joined by my awesome, very swag, very cool hosts, like, for example, Jonni Jean.
Yes. Hi, guys.
And other people like Juliberry.
That's me.
Indeed it is, last I checked. And Neli Gamehuntress.
Okay.
Hey, yo. Just skip over that.
And last, but certainly, most definitely, beyond the shadow of a doubt, not least, definitely,
Good.
Kitsage _. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause
Yeah.
for Kit specifically
Yeah.
for no particular reason.
Love good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting that intro, but I'm here for it.
Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna be Alliico mewing.
Oh gosh.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
Are you trying to top my mewing streak?
are you trying to out mew the
Mhm.
Are you
mewer?
trying? You're trying to out mew the master of mewing, the leader of looks maxing.
Can't talk.
You've crossed the line. That's it. Lock
It's time to lock in. everyone.
in.
Lock in.
Look,
Oh my gosh, what an intro. Welcome to the Sunny Side Up podcast, guys.
Oh,
How
yeah.
are we?
I'm literally
doing
Let's-
absolutely
right now. I have a
splendid.
Let's
lightsaber
get
on my
into
wall.
it.
This is great.
I'm locked in more than anyone else, actually. I've been doing a lot of
Locked in.
locking in as of late, you know. Like, and by locking in, I mean, like, being locked behind bars.
You were literally locked in.
Yes,
Place.
I was quite literally locked in.
Confinement.
Truly, like, man, what an event that was. Truly just it was an experience, to say the least.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm here, I'm spilling the beans, I'm telling my story about how the British justice system failed me, let me down. Justice took an L, and evil and nefariousness took a gritty on its loot.
Oh. Can I interrupt for 2 seconds? Kit, congrats on your 7-day Duolingo streak.
It was just because
That's crazy.
Because it was like, do you want to like
I'm gonna
post
celebrate
about
you.
it? Oh my gosh! Wait, I'm in second in the gold league. I was first. Who are you? Who are you?
It's me
Sorry to interrupt.
on my
That was
Smurf
really
account.
funny. I was like, I wonder if you're gonna get a notif.
I always
My
get your notice.
Smurf Duolingo
Yeah.
account.
It was me on my Duolingo Smurf account.
Yeah.
Look, you see,
7-day
unlike the casuals that are like, oh, I want to learn new languages. I play to win.
Mm.
All
That
right,
was me at the beginning.
I've got my
honestly.
Smurf account. I play comp Duolingo.
Oh my gosh! Wait, can that be
All
a
right.
thing?
I'm number one in the esports because I'm the only person in the esports. Because no one else is brave enough, or good enough for that matter, to stand up to a guy like me.
Preach.
And that is exactly why the British people tried to lock me up
Oh.
for a crime, mind you, I did not even commit. You see, look, it was any other day. I was hanging out in my room doing very cool things, definitely working on content as a content creator does. And then all of a sudden, the constables of British Variety forcefully enter my home. They take me in. They don't tell me what they're taking me in for. They just say, you know what you did.
You know.
And I don't know what I did. And I think, maybe they were trying to get some kind of confession out of me, to confess to something that I didn't even know that I did. But look, I just had so many questions. I was like, why am I being arrested? How did these guys get in my house? Why are there British police officers in the United States of America? And why are they able to do stuff? This is not their home turf. This is out of their jurisdiction. But look, they locked me up and they sent me to a court, a British court, and there wasn't even a jury. It was just more constables.
Did they
And-
send you to the king? Or wait, no, never mind.
No,
Well-
you're right. It's the king.
Yeah,
It's the
I was
king.
about to say there's like royal drama going on. Did they ever find Kate?
I mean,
Did you find Kate while you were over
Oh.
there, Al?
Ooh, real.
I don't know.
You
I don't
just
know who
found a
that is.
photoshopped version of her.
I don't know who that is.
Kate
But,
Middleton,
Kate
the
Middleton,
Queen of Wales, right? Duchess of Wales.
Oh,
Princess of
Oh,
Wales.
oh.
Yeah,
Ah, my bad.
because
I did not see that person. But
exactly, she's missing.
yeah. Look, I was
Oh.
supposed to see the king, but then they canceled last second for reasons they didn't tell me, and they're like, yeah, the king's definitely okay and nothing has happened to the king. There's definitely nothing wrong with King Charles right now. And I was like, okay. But like,
I mean,
they locked me up in British jail. Not even just regular jail, British jail specifically. It was terrible. It was awful. And just like,
were there rats?
I don't know. Yes,
Oh
British
my
rats.
god! wait,
The
it's like
rats,
what
the
is like the British
rats.
version of
Here's
Ratatouille?
the rats.
Uh,
Ratatouille in it.
I don't know, probably like
Sorry, no.
rats and chips.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille in it. That's perfect.
Look, they sentenced me to 1 week in British jail for crime I didn't even commit. And then they tried to make an example out of me, posting this picture everywhere
God.
that they're going to put up on the screen right now. 3, 2, 1,
I
boom.
saw that. I saw that.
That's so canon. Is this your
Mm,
canon
they
event?
put it. They put it everywhere. CNN, Fox, NBC,
Oh.
Cartoon Network. They had this up like everywhere. And
The Food Network.
the Food Network.
Bye.
They had this like everywhere. They showed it at the Super Bowl. I don't even know how that happened. I don't know how they like knew beforehand.
Super Bowl. They saw it and then they panned it to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and they had the Taylor cam. And like I just couldn't believe it. I was in British jail for crime I didn't even commit and I didn't even know. No one would tell me. They didn't even tell me at British court. They just said guilty and that was it. So, suffice to say, I was rather peeved that such a thing happened to me, especially because just a short while before, I was hanging out in my room, definitely working on content, definitely making content like a content creator does.
Mhm.
But now here I am in British jail, and let me tell you, British jail, it's no fairy tale. It's no Snow White. It's no Cinderella. They're evil in there. They gave me beans for breakfast.
No.
No.
Oh, not the, not the. Don't say it. Not
Beans.
the breakfast British beans.
No.
They gave me beans.
Whoa.
And it was evil beans. That was the worst part. The beans were evil. Like I was like, oh, it's just baked beans. Surely this can't be like too bad. But I tried to eat. I got a big spoonful of them, and I looked in it, and they all have little angry faces, and they were like, and
Did they at least give you toast?
evil toast.
No,
No.
don't do it. Don't do
It-
this to me, Alliico. No, I can't.
It was absolutely dreadful. All right. And I just truly, I was out of my element because, they spoke British and I speak American, and that's just, it's a language barrier. I had no idea what any of them were saying,
Now let's
which, not
pause.
not their fault, but just it was just very unfortunate because it's a different language. I was in a completely different place.
Wait, do they have Duolingo lessons for British people?
Evil Duolingo
Evil
lessons.
Duolingo? Bro.
No.
They only teach you evil phrases
Oh,
like "I eat beans for breakfast." I learned how to say that in British.
Whoa. How do you
I
say
eat
it?
beans for breakfast. I bet you didn't understand that.
I didn't know.
That's
I
because I said it.
didn't.
That's because I said it in British.
Whoa.
But look, it was just absurd. But look,
Mm.
in their hastiness to throw me in British jail, they made one small mistake. They forgot to search every little crevice and part of my drip, my fancy pants, and my cool jacket, which they let me keep, by the way. That was their first mistake, because I still had my phone in my pocket, and I was able to rally the troops. So with the help of various allies, accomplices, associates of whom will not be named, I, dear listeners and dear hosts, was able to break out.
yo.
Did you eat the bars? Pause.
I was hungry,
Oh
but
my
that's
God.
besides the point.
Man,
That's besides.
great iron bars.
Look, eating evil beans on evil toast for a week straight does something to a man. I was eager for real food with seasoning. They don't do that over there. And I ate through the bars, allegedly, and got out. And I escaped. I made my way out. I escaped. I found a little secure safe house. I was very quiet. I covered my tracks very well and made sure that nobody knew I was gone. Which is why I took this picture in front of New Scotland Yard, the place they were holding me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
New
my
Scotland
gosh.
Yard.
Yeah, I was in there.
That's
Not the old
unbelievable.
Scotland Yard.
Not to be confused with the old one. Completely different place.
Of course.
You know what? Hey, hear me
The
out.
new one.
Through all of this, Nelly, how does this make you feel?
Overall, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you did it.
Thank you. And I'd do it again, whatever I did to get in there.
And that's what I like to hear.
And
I guess we'll never
look,
know.
I made my grand escape. And I made it out, suffice to say. I got my little pictures. I stunted on the constables. It was awesome. You should have been there to see my escape. It was truly a sight to behold. And when I tell you, when my associate came through with the getaway car to get us out, it was just, you just had to be there, You really just had to be there to see it firsthand. I mean, look at this absolute monster of a vehicle that we escaped out of.
That's the
Very
cool
discreet.
Who was the getaway car, though?
Very discreet, very
Oh.
subtle.
Not even I can't know.
It's I've just sent a picture up into it, but look, I warned the editor. You might have to blur this out lest the constables find me again.
Whoa.
This is a very
This is
intense,
intense.
hardcore ride that is not for the faint of heart. 3, 2, 1, boom! There it goes, right up there. Wow, look at that hot rod! Look at it go!
Wow.
And
I'm looking at it.
I escaped. I made my way out of there, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was great, and I just made it out. And since I was out and I was officially out of my prison clothes, I decided to do a little bit of sightseeing. You dig? I'm like, look, I've never been to England, the United Kingdom, London. I've never been to any of those places.
Oh.
And now I was like in all of them. And it was suffice to say, it was really something, you know? I did it all. I went on the tube. I saw Big Ben. It was pretty big. I saw this really big squirrel.
How big?
I'm putting a
Oh.
picture of it. Really
Dude,
big squirrel.
that's a
Whoa.
big squirrel.
Whoa. How many nuts did that guy eat? Okay, well,
All of them, I think.
At least one.
Some would say
I
it's
think he ate
nuts.
like all of them.
does Britain have big nuts?
Big?
You can't just ask
You know,
if Britain has big nuts.
given
You don't know their
that they
agriculture.
couldn't keep me behind bars, I'm gonna say no.
You ate
Look.
those bars.
Oh, I
You got
ate
that
those
dog
bars.
in you and went.
Oh, I ate those bars like no other.
Chompers over
And
there.
I did various sightseeing endeavors, and I'm going to have to ask our beloved editor Paul. You're gonna have to like either censor these pictures or not even show them outright or leave them up to the imagination. Because look, they could use these pictures to track down my location, and that's just dangerous because I'm still technically not like on the run and stuff like that at my secure location, you know, that I'm not going to disclose that I'm at right now. Basically, look, after I escaped, I had to go to the people responsible for my capture. And that's right, dear listeners. I mewed at Buckingham
Oh my
Palace.
God.
No
No
way. No
way.
way, bro.
Just to show them.
Oh my God.
Bye-bye. Just to show them you couldn't keep me out. You couldn't keep me in. And now I'm on the run. I'm here. I'm on the prowl doing things like driving on the right side of the road. You can't do a thing about it. And suffice to say, my escape was truly a massive W. And get it?
Oh my God. In reality, you were like, Mom, take this picture of me with this W.
Don't call me out.
You don't get it, but trust. People will. People will.
Look, I just my unnamed associates that were with
my
me.
bad.
during this
Unnamed
endeavor,
associates.
I just told him, I was like, can you get a picture of me next to this? I think it'd be very funny. And like, why is it funny? I was like, oh, it just is.
Mm.
Because it was. I mean, it was. I saw various creatures and entities. I caught the constables trying to spy on me using a bird. And I
Ew.
called them out. I called them out on it.
That's
It
crazy.
was a rather large bird, and that's how I knew. They don't make birds that big. You know? It just doesn't happen. It just does not happen. But look, I fled because I was in my safe house, but then the constables, they found me. So I had to get out. I had to get gone. So I got on the next flight to America, and I was there. And this is me posting my picture. You can show this up on the screen now of me welcoming myself back to the United States.
Oh my God.
It looked a little different than I remembered. But, you know, sometimes that just happens when you spend a long time behind bars like I did. You know, things change, life moves on, society passes you by, and it's up to me to go back and reintegrate into society. And like, yeah, and I was there, and it was just very strange. I'd never seen anything like it before. It just looked very different. I was like, this is not the America I once knew. This is a completely different place. And like, here's something, for example. This is something that I didn't know that happened to America while I was away. Did you know that apparently while I was away in British jail, the United States went back to a monarchy? How crazy is that? They even
Wait.
had a giant castle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you
They had a giant
got my
castle.
brain buffering. Pause.
They had a large castle. I heard that a very important man lives in there. I was not able to meet him despite my better efforts. But one day I shall return. And I will see this man
Castle. Oh my gosh. Why
face
you
to
need
face.
Wait, who are you meeting? Mickey Mouse?
Who's that?
Who is that guy?
Oh, it's me.
Who's that?
We only know Ratatouille in it. That's what we know on this bloody podcast.
Bloody podcast. So true.
New April Fool's episode drop. British Sunny Side Up podcast.
Oh
I'm back
god.
in British jail. No, that'd be evil.
Hey
you
guys,
would never do
reporting
that to me,
live
right?
from jail. You know?
You guys would never do that to me, right? You guys would never snitch on me and take me back to British jail. Totally right.
Never.
don't even know how
No,
to
yeah.
get
We just
there.
need to know your
No,
location.
Never. No.
Awesome. I'm glad I can trust you guys. You guys are my best friends in the whole wide world.
Why did you
Notice how Nelly
hesitate?
didn't
Why did
say
you
a word.
hesitate, bro?
I don't know.
Nelly
Yeah.
is gonna be the one to get you back in jail, Alliico.
No.
What? You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
You would believe them, not me.
And look, I saw very strange things when I was out on my endeavors as I escaped. And the crazy thing was, while I was in this other place, this strange ultimate America, they found me again. I had to go back to my secure safe house in England for another day. And I saw very strange things when I came back, even stranger than anything I had seen before. I went to this place, I met wizards. There were wizards here, they cast spells.
Oh, no freaking way.
They cast spells.
Everything is not what it seems.
They cast spells here, and I was just like, I don't know, they made a believer out of me. I was told that there were wizards and witches in England, but I don't think this is what they were talking about. But hey, we'll take it. And, they got me on my merry way. They helped me out, put in a good word, and I was able to make it back here to my secure safe house in an undisclosed location in the good old US of A, for real this time. And here I am. My grand journey coming
Yay.
to a close
Ooh.
as I safely return.
Wow.
The end.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back, buddy.
What a story.
It was truly a wild endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Of-
wild.
It had everything. It had a beginning, a middle, and get this, an end.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's got it all. They're gonna make a movie out of me,
Oh my gosh. Imagine.
This one gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger. I've got only the best on this movie. I will be portrayed by Chris Pratt.
Oh. I was about to say,
And-
we're gonna see you on discussing film on their Twitter.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be one of those films that's quote unquote in the works and then actually never comes out and didn't exist.
Oh, I
And-
could name so many films like that.
Multiple,
So many.
so many. I could name them, but then we would actually become a film podcast. And we
Dude,
got very
That's
close
like
to that.
an ongoing theme, man. We
Yeah.
talk about that a lot.
And we got very close to that the last time I was here.
Listen.
We went like full on like film
I
bro
gotta
mode.
I gotta like restrain myself. I was about to put like a whole topic about Star Wars Celebration in the topics channel, but I'm like, no. I'm gonna be the only person talking about this if I do.
I mean, I'm also here.
I mean,
I am a fan of Star Wars.
But
I
are
am
you on
Julie's
Julie's
are you
level?
on
That's the real
Julie's level?
question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just had to
I don't know about that.
Okay, see,
exactly.
I'm not sure if I can go as far as to say that, but you know, I mean, I dabble.
How much?
dabble
How
every
much
now and
dabbling?
then.
Like what do you watch? What do you watch, bro?
I mean, I've seen all the movies,
Mm-hmm.
but like when they started doing their Disney Plus stuff, that's kind of when I started falling out. I watched the second season of The Mandalorian, and then I heard Book of Boba Fett was not good, so I didn't watch that.
Shut your mouth.
And
I liked
then
it.
I'm just saying what I heard. I just heard that
You
the Book of
heard,
Boba Fett
but
was
you didn't
not great.
experience.
I didn't experience it. You're right. I heard it wasn't great. And then there was Andor, which I actually heard was pretty good, but I've not gotten around to watching that.
I love Tamora.
I heard that
Morrison,
was.
so
Yeah, I heard Andor was really good though.
that's the one show I haven't watched yet, surprisingly. I'm on an
Hey,
animation high right now. The Bad Batch.
And there is that new show coming out, the Acolyte.
That trailer literally dropped like 3 days ago. It looks so good.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm cautiously optimistic because the current Star Wars Disney Plus track record has been definitely controversial, to say the least. But again, I'm optimistic. It looked pretty good.
I've been reading the Twitters and the director. I'm pretty confident in her. So
Yeah, I'm
in
optimistic.
her. Oh, you know it's gonna be good. Keyword her. Duh.
Guys, we might be brewing. One thing that also stuck out to me, I feel bad. I neglect his name. I forget to remember his name. But he played the main character in Squid Game, and he is now a part of the Acolyte as one of the main characters. He plays one of the Jedi.
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's
Lee
cool.
Jung-jae.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry if I
Yes, thank you. That I think was very cool
And
because
Carrie Ann Moss. She was in the Matrix.
Yeah, it's true. I was a very big fan of his work in Squid Game. I think he did a very good job in the role. It was very good, very much a banger. So I'm excited to see what he does with, really just a giant like Star Wars. I'm curious to see how he does.
Do you know do you know what the Acolyte, like where it is in the Star Wars timeline?
It's the High Republic.
Yeah, 100-something years before the prequels.
Yeah.
What if we see young Yoda?
Literal baby Yoda.
He's only gonna be like, what, 800 years old?
I think we need to get a movie.
That's
we need to get like a
crazy.
movie or a show or something where we see a literal baby Yoda. Like him just full on as an infant.
Oh my gosh. 50-year-old Yoda, and he looks like Grogu.
Yeah, like full on. Not like Grogu where it's the same species but a different guy. And like literal baby
No, but
Yoda.
they still bring in Frank Oz to voice him.
Yeah, he still talks the same.
Baby I am.
Yeah, he still talks the exact same. Like, like all the other, like, they're like, oh man, he's starting to get antsy. I think he's hungry. Milk, I need. And like, everyone's just like, he talks the exact same.
Oh my.
I think it'd be awesome.
Well, now this has
awesome.
now become a Star Wars podcast.
It was going to happen at some point. But, I mean, hey, it's topical. It's recent.
It is topical. It is relevant.
It is topical. It's relevant.
I don't want to get too hyped up on it.
Dude,
there was another thing. This was something that happened before my capture of British jail, but also kind of a good transition because it's kind of in that same sphere of like
Hit me with it.
just film and media and stuff. And this was a surprise to many people when like the news came out that Rooster Teeth was just like shutting down.
Oh yeah, the bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just full on pulled the plug.
Freaking
No like build up, no warning, no nothing. It just happened.
oof.
And
Mhm.
all the people working basically found out the same time we did. Some of them found out from it trending on Twitter.
Which is horrible.
Literally, I
Yeah.
can't even
Horrible.
imagine.
One of the again, I forget her name because I didn't watch the show, but it was one of Rooster Teeth's larger shows that they were working on. Ruby,
Ruby, I
Mm,
watched
one
that.
of the
I have a
one of the voice actresses of like one of the main characters, like one of the main four, found out from IGN like tweeting about it.
oh my gosh, I would have
Basically found out that like, yeah, just lost my job through that. Which is actually like absurd.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. Like you because Rooster Teeth was owned by like Big Boy Company or whatever. But
Yeah,
like
big boys.
as a big company, like how do you not let your smaller companies know what's going on? Like why do you think you have the right to just sweep it under the rug and not tell anyone? You know? That just
I don't
irks
know.
me.
It's just, yeah, it's just a very unfortunate situation. And I mean, like, I wasn't really too like invested into what Rooster Teeth was going on like in recent years, just because I kind of fell out of it just naturally. It just happened. But like, I was very much a big fan of what they had going on in their earlier years and stuff like that. I was very much a big fan of Red versus Blue, still am. And
Mhm.
it's just very unfortunate to see, especially because like Rooster Teeth contributed a lot to like just kind of just almost indie animation from like a YouTube standpoint as a
Mhm.
whole. They were very much like one of the first like major
Oh,
examples of like
absolutely.
a smaller indie type group actually finding major mainstream success with things like
Mhm.
Red versus Blue and Ruby and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I've just been hearing about a lot of personal friends, stuff like that, saying that many of them got into content creation because of like seeing success stories like Rooster Teeth, about how it literally just started out as just a couple guys that just liked playing games, and then they made a video and it just blew up from there. It's just very unfortunate to see. It's kind of one of those
Mhm.
things of like, you know, just that old era starting to just fade away again. How
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah,
Very stinky.
alas, very stinky.
All we
Alas.
can do is like hope
Indeed.
that, like someone picks it up, like picks up the shows. Like I know
Yeah,
Camp and Ruby, like they're still needing their finales, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and I know it was planned that it was planned for Red versus Blue to have kind of like a return for a final season
Right.
type
I
thing as
I had
well.
briefly heard about that.
Everyone was making a big deal about that when that was announced, but from what I know, it seems Warner Bros. Discovery is looking at selling the rights of the shows to other studios.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
it is entirely possible to see, you know, another studio, be it large or small, pick up the likes of shows like Ruby and Red versus Blue. There's another one like Genlock or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it's called. It's some like mech
Yeah,
show, I think.
yeah. I think I know that one.
But you know, chances are they'll all end up in different places. I imagine. I'd be very surprised if they all ended up unified under the same company again. But hopefully, wherever they end up, those people are in a position where they're able to, you know, give it justice and hopefully bring back some of the people, most if not all of the people that were originally working on this, because that's a lot of people out of a job for something that's not necessarily their fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
very unfortunate situation all around.
You tell them.
Stick it to the
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I'm sticking it to the man.
Hell yeah.
Just like how I stuck it to the man when I escaped from British jail. I'm all about sticking it to the man, be it British, American, any other group of people. I stick it to them all the same. And look, I mean, you know, you just you can't get a guy down like me.
Oh
You
yeah.
just can't.
Never
I
back
bring-
down, never what?
Never back down, never what?
Well. Oh, what?
Never give up. Never back
Oh
down,
my
never give up.
gosh.
Never give up.
I just split the audio in two to get it to work like that.
Got the soundboard.
Yeah,
I don't know if that
Unlock.
shows. I don't know if that shows up in the recordings.
it doesn't.
Actually, now that I think about it,
They
In the case
don't.
that it doesn't.
Editor Paul put in that one like audio of Nick
Never back
A30
down,
talking to
never
that
Hold on, I
kid.
think I actually
Never
have it
back down, never
saved
what?
because I'm a freaking nerd. Hold on.
Editor Paul, go ask
Uh.
Julie for it later.
I have the audio right here. I'll put it in. Wow.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely been a lot of stuff that's happened and came up since we were last really able to get all five of us together.
Guys, we are all just so busy and we all got other things we're working on and real life stuff too. And so when we're able to film a pod with like the whole gang, it feels so good. And I was gonna say, Alliico was on an adventure. Julie's been Star Wars crazy. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Anything new and exciting for like Kit, Nelly? Anything new?
Well, if I can intervene, I do know of one thing that someone here, not me, I mean technically also me as well, has had going on. You see, I may have been going on a grand adventure, but a few people in here have been going on a certain quest as of late. And I want to hear all about it.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Quest.
You guys were funny story. So, I was it in like 2022, I think.
Yeah.
Me and my lovely friend Jenna Nix made a Minecraft server called Quest SMP, and it was like pretty successful. It was really good. It was really fun. It was a fresh idea that I think no one saw before. And it was a really cool experience to be able to like manage and be in charge of. And in 2022 and now in 2024, Minecraft content has really just like changed.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I miss the joy from playing my silly block game. It hasn't been the same, frankly, since Quest SMP.
Mhm.
So then my friend Jenna was like, "Hey, yo, Minecraft server when?" And then I was, which was funny that she brought it up because a few days prior, I was literally talking to Julie and Kit, like, guys, I miss Quest SMP so much. What if we just brought it back?
Literally.
And then Jenna hits me with the let's make a Minecraft server. You guys, the stars aligned,
Mhm.
and now Quest SMP season 2 is happening with more mods,
Ooh.
bigger team behind it, and a more, I will say, a more smaller, intimate group of people and players. However, I think it's just such a cool community to have where we all interact with one another and chat and game and help each other with our quests. It's so fun, and it's really fun to like manage something again, especially since I got more help.
Yeah.
So it's so fun, and everyone in Sunny Side Up is on it.
Yes.
Yes.
And I will say, because tomorrow it'll be a week it's been open in the time recording this, just from like a couple of days, I've just like, it makes me so happy to see people. Like, I'm so happy that I'm able, and like all the other admins too, we're able to like provide a space to like play Minecraft, a game that like is so wishy-washy when it comes to like the content creation scene and stuff like that, and people always want something new to come out of it. So bringing back an idea that I had like a while ago that was good and just making it even better and having like the support is so fun. Okay,
Never
I'm
give up
talking
on
too
your
much, but
dreams.
anyways.
No, you're good,
It's
Pam.
just
I think you're just fine. If anything, I'm the CEO of talking too much on this podcast usually. I just gave a very long story about my grand
but
escape
it's
from
okay,
British
Alliico.
jail.
You're our favorite yapper. It wouldn't be the same without you.
The yapper?
Yapper.
Yeah? Why'd you
Oh,
say that like a question? You know you're the yapper, but we love you for it.
Hmm.
I mean, I kind of am the yapper, I'm not gonna lie. But, I mean, it's been very cool to just, like, have Quest SMP and stuff have a return. I mean, it was very much a surprise to me, like, when Johnny initially sent me the message asking, if I wanted to be a part of it again. I was still in captivity at that time.
True.
So I've not had an opportunity to like actually get on the server and everything like that now that I've been back home and just like really settling back in. But trust me when I say I will be on there soon, because I mean, like, that was one of the things that always like just kind of upset me, is that I was never able to get on and stream the last day of the original Quest SMP. I was never able to make it.
Yeah.
And that was one thing I was like, dang it, I wish I could have been there for that. But hey, now we get a second shot. Quest SMP 2. It's going to be
Exactly.
so awesome. It's going to be so cool. And like, I'll be on, I'll call it how it is. This podcast would not happen without the original Quest
This is
SMP.
so true. I was about to say, wait, Al, I
Yeah.
literally met you on the Quest SMP. We literally
Yeah,
gave out people questions about bacons and unlimited games.
it's true.
Yes.
I met all of you through that, basically.
Yeah.
And I met a lot of other people through that as well. And, to be honest, one thing that I never really like full on discussed was like around that time with Quest SMP and things like that, and another server I was on for a bit at the time, Christmas SMP. That was just like, for me personally, it was really a moment where I just wasn't really sure what I was doing in terms of like Minecraft content. I was starting to branch out a bit at the time, but that was, for me, I was still very much a Minecraft streamer during that. And, it was kind of just one of those droughts, I guess, where like nobody's really doing many servers or running many events and things like that. And I'm just kind of like, man, like what am I supposed to stream right now? Because like, I'm sure other people feel the same, but I just can't really get into regular survival Minecraft as much as I could anymore. Same thing with like the servers like Hypixel and MCC Island and stuff. They just don't really catch my interest as much as they used to. And I don't know if that's a me thing personally, or if the game really did change in some way. But like, going into like things like that with Quest SMP and stuff like that, I was just like, all right, I'm in this server. I'm going to try and make the most out of it. And I was like, if I'm not really able to make something out of this, I'm just going to have to kind of figure something out in terms of streaming. I'm just going to have to try something else and put Minecraft behind me probably. But here we are. I was able to make something work, and now we're all here on this cool little podcast. And I've just been able to meet so many cool people through it. And it's really awesome to see it come back, just because, now more people are going to have the opportunity to meet other creators and stuff like that, and really just like get chances to talk to people that they otherwise don't really have many chances to. And again, I've not been able to log on to the server, but I've been seeing some screenshots and stuff here and there, a couple streams. It's a banger. Certified Alliico banger. seal of approval.
Yay! That makes me
Yay!
happy. We put a lot of work. We put a lot of work into this season.
Literally, oh my gosh! I figured out how Discord threads works just for this server.
And I'm just, man, I've missed it because all of us are Minecrafters, and sometimes we all love the game, but sometimes it could just feel old. And this is definitely like a breath of fresh air, even though it's an idea that like I've personally have already done before, but I really think that like we gave it a glow up, like we made it even better. And it's just so nice to like, because I know personally, just the past couple of months, I've been very like disconnected from other streamers. Like, I don't know why, but I went through a rut where I was like, I used to be so good at like making lobbies,
Yes.
and I
Oh my gosh.
just fell out of that. And this is really kind of bringing it back. This is bringing back the oomph, if you will.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That like brings up a good point because I know a while ago, I participated in a online love dating show called Love on the Line, and I've never met any of these people before. I only know like 2-3 people through mutuals, and I got invited. And I'm making the connection about how like making connections with other streamers, like I fell out of that definitely ever since senior year of college and graduating and just being busy in general. So I kind of fell out of being in touch with the streamer community. But after after being on Love on the Line, I started getting connections more and talking with people, and I'm like, oh wait, I've kind of missed this, not gonna lie. And so yeah, it's just really great to be back into that groove. So I totally get you, Johnny.
Yeah. It's just, I've always been a firm believer of the more the merrier, and things are more fun with other people and friends.
Without a doubt.
Like,
Mhm.
example, like literally Minecraft Survival World. Like, why do it by yourself when you can do it with friends?
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, I don't know. Man, because SMPs just haven't been the same. And
Agreed.
I've been in a good handful and have even ran a few in the duration between Quest and Quest 2. And I was like, it's just something about Quest just gets me so excited for Minecraft. And it's like the only thing that could get me as excited as it is getting me about Minecraft. Because you said it, Alliico, Hypixel and like MCCI, they don't really scratch my brain anymore.
Mhm.
Like they're just, which kind of sad because I grew up playing Hypixel and it's fun still, but it's not like as fun. You know what I mean? Okay, this is personal. Like that's just for me. I know people, the Bed Wars players,
Okay.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. You go first.
Thanks. Well, because I know for me, like I've talked about this on my first stream in 2 months, but Quest is what got me out of my little streaming rut, I guess, or just content stuff. Because kind of the same as Johnny, I was gone for a while. I have been gone for a while, and then, but it is something about Quest that kind of is just like, you have to complete these challenges and you get prizes. I think it's the prizes because even I'm like, I know what the prizes are, but I get so excited, so like
Big fan of prizes.
having to like kind of also learn different ways to do something where it's like, okay, I wouldn't use this mod primarily in a different or in a regular survival world, or I wouldn't really use Windows, or I wouldn't really like in this mod and stuff like that. So it's kind of like learning different things about different aspects of Minecraft, which I think also makes it kind of newer and fresh.
Yeah. And again, one of the big things I personally got out of Quest SMP, and I think I'm just like this with a lot of servers for that matter, and I think anyone that has ever spent time in a Minecraft server or Minecraft event with me can attest to this as well, is that like one of the big things I always get out of it is just the people that are in it. And even like just like going through the quests and stuff, like just the coolest thing to me was just like, even though admittedly it was a little awkward for like the first couple minutes of it, but like when I logged in for the first time to Quest SMP and I just see a whole bunch of people chilling and I literally knew none of them. Straight up, I knew exactly 0 people in Quest SMP. And honestly, that was like one of the big things that like surprised me as to like how I got into the first one and how I was allowed in, because I was like, dang, I just don't know any of these people. But I was just going through and I was just like, all right, my mission, meet a person.
Yeah.
So I just walked around. I just started walking around in circles, just interacting with people in and around like the spawn area. And that was how I initially met Julie for the first time. I literally just walked up
You had a
while she was building her house.
freaking. I wasn't even finished with my house, but you made a house out of wooden planks.
Oh yeah, my cardboard box that
Your
was in a ditch.
cardboard box in a ditch. I literally have the
It literally
vibes.
was in a ditch.
It was.
It was in a
It
ditch.
was. I can pull up a
And
screenshot.
then when we went, please pull up a
I
screenshot
will.
and we can get our beloved editor to put it on the screen. And then when we went to the Nether, I had my evil cardboard box, I think I called it,
Yes.
that was made out of cobblestone.
Oh my
It
god.
was just completely empty on the inside because I never went to the Nether after that. I think the funniest thing was that like I definitely didn't do like everything there was to do, but I did a good amount of the quests. But I forgot to post the screenshots of it. So technically on record I have 0 quests completed. I technically did none of them. Because I would do them, like I was like the one where like, oh, I found a village and I like got this kind of armor and this weapon and I helped fight the warden and stuff like that. And I just forgot to post screenshots for all of it. I had them. I might still have them somewhere, but
I feel like I need to take my
Oh, well.
ADHD meds and then do all the quests, and then I'll have all the screenshots.
That's fair.
it's time to lock in
It's time to
and
log
go on
in.
Quest SMP.
Log in.
Dude, hear me out though. On Quest 1, Nelly and my beloved Twitch mod, Green Egg Sam, are the only 2 people I know who can make acacia wood work.
Mhm. Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
the coolest base and they used purple concrete and orange acacia wood. I know what you're thinking. Goofy color palette. No, they made it look so good and cool. Like Nelly,
Beautiful.
that I will never forget your like steampunk inspired build.
Oh my
With the
god.
They were
copper
very
too.
cool.
It was so good. It was so cool.
I think I
That's
ran
really good.
into Nelly's base when I was trying to
Yes.
I think someone
Do it
was
again,
trying to
Nelly.
kill me on the server. I think it was Javi
Oh,
or something. I think Javi was trying to kill me on the server multiple times, and I just ran into Nelly's base to hide from Javi. And I just like chilled. I just chilled in like one of the corners. That was definitely a day, an experience. Quest SMP was really something else. I'm glad it's back. Can't wait to get back
Now
on there.
log on,
some silly stuff.
Alliico.
I will.
Log
Soon.
on.
I can't believe
Log
And
soon.
walk in.
Mhm.
I will. I will be there no matter what. And I will be on there multiple times. It will not be what has unfortunately become the infamous Alliico one and done when it comes to Minecraft servers.
Yeah,
known about
Alliico.
that.
I was gonna bring, you know what? I was gonna bring it up, but since you brought it up first, let's talk about it.
Mhm.
Alliico, I have had 2 SMPs. Vacation SMP, you logged on
Mhm.
one time, opening day. And JSMP, you didn't log on at all.
Mm-mm.
All them out.
Apologies, original gangster.
So let's quest together, okay?
Oh, we're gonna be doing some quests. And you know what? We'll kick it old school. I'll bring out like my old little sheepskin and stuff like that, and it'll be awesome. We'll get all nostalgic. I'll make another cardboard box.
Do it.
I will build a ditch just to have another one. It'll be great. It'll be lovely. It will be Quest. It will be SMP.
Yay.
I think we really we really did what we needed to do, you know?
Yeah, we
talked about my escape from British jail. We talked about Quest SMP. We talked about Star Wars for a little bit. Julie and I did our obligatory Star Wars discussion.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be one every time.
Yeah. Yeah, next I'm going to bring up the fake sports league again.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
Dude, I low-key miss the fake sports league. Is this still happening?
I don't know.
I haven't heard or seen
Let's see.
anything, so.
That was our first ever
Their
TikTok.
last post was December 19th, 2023. It started they started getting really into it though. Like they started making full on fake players and stuff like that. They had the fake sports draft.
Wow.
Okay,
Like,
that's
fake stats
that's
and
what
stuff
I
like
watch
that.
from afar.
They got super. They started making betting odds and stuff like that for each game. It was kind of crazy.
Dang.
I miss the simple days. But I mean, hey, if people are still liking it, it's still cool, I guess. But yeah, I mean, if you're ready to wrap this up, we can cut all of that I just talked about out, and we can run a nice little outro.
Dang. Well,
Dang.
it's that time again, you guys. I'm so glad we were all able to record and hang out and talk and do the
Literally,
thing.
5 out of 5 moment.
5 out of 5.
I love doing the thing. I do things like no other. I do things on the daily, like waking up, Gucci on my PJs.
Boots.
You know what's up.
in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just can't wait to get better. I try to get rid of them. Oh, that video is so funny. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed the Sunny Side Up podcast. Guys, if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe and go to our Spotify and leave that 5-star review.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
already know.
Audio
Boost us on
listeners heard it
Spotify.
first. Audio listeners heard it first. Let's give a quick shout out to the Spotify listeners real quick.
Hip hip hooray.
Hooray.
If you're chilling on the Spotify right now, if you're listening to us on the go, like your phone or your car,
Ooh.
or somewhere else, or maybe you're at work or something listening to this, shout out to you.
We thank you.
Shout out to you. If I'm currently on your phone in your pocket right now, please let me out. It's very hot in here.
Shout out to you, Janet from Wisconsin.
Yes. Yes.
We're very
I knew we
thankful
were
to be a
forgetting
part of
something.
your day.
Indeed. Baba.
Dang, and with that,
Baba.
buoy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Baba buoy, baba buoy, baba buoy.